In Hollywood, fame brings more than just success. It brings temptation, attention, and opportunities most people can only imagine. For many actors, relationships inside the industry become normal. Celebrities date celebrities, co-stars become couples, and sometimes those relationships shape the entire entertainment world. But what if one decision could have changed? What if one actor had the chance to date one of the biggest music icons in history and chose to walk away? Actor Terrence Howard recently revealed something surprising during a podcast conversation. Years before Beyoncé became part of the most powerful couple in music, he says he actually had a chance to pursue a relationship with her. But instead of chasing that opportunity, he said no, and the reason behind that decision reveals something very different about how he approached fame, relationships, and Hollywood culture.
How is it for you when you're with your wife and you're out on, maybe this has happened, maybe it hasn't happened, where a woman approaches you and it's from back in the days of relationship? Has that ever happened to you?
We've only bumped into one girl that I've dated from the past.
That means you don't get out much.
No, we don't.
Okay.
I don't go out.
You don't risk it.
And the girls I dated, I never dated anybody in the business.
Really?
No.
I
mean, yes. I've dated them, but I never slept with anybody inside.
Ain't never slept with anybody?
Nobody
Parents.
inside the business.
Never?
No, nobody. I dated Naomi
Wow.
Campbell. I've gone out with, I'm not even going to run the list, but I've gone out with a lot of girls. I've slept in the same bed with them, but I would not, I don't know why I wouldn't attack them. I wouldn't do that. That was...
So you're in the business. You're in Hollywood. It's a business where you see everybody is, for the most part, you see they hook up. It's a hookup culture. It's you're shooting a movie. You're gone for 30 days. I think it was Burt Reynolds. Who was it that wrote a book? Jolene. Who's the singer of Jolene? What's her name? Dolly Parton writes, I think, in a book. She says, we're doing a movie. You could fact check this, but I read this either in her book or somewhere. Her and Burt Reynolds are doing a movie, and they had never been together before. And she just says, listen, let's get it knocked out of the way so we don't even think about it. And then boom, they go handle their business, and then they do the movie. Could have been her or him or somebody else. But for you to say nobody ever, it's not like you didn't have the chances. You're a good-looking guy.
What makes this story interesting is that Terrence Howard wasn't someone who lacked attention. Throughout his career, he met many successful models, actresses, and celebrities. But according to him, he made a rule early in his career. He didn't want to mix relationships with the Hollywood industry. In an environment where actors constantly work together, travel together, and spend months on movie sets, romantic relationships can easily become complicated. Howard believed that mixing personal relationships with work could create problems later, so even when opportunities appeared, he tried to keep a clear boundary. But then came a moment that surprised even the podcast, because Howard revealed that during the early days of Destiny's Child, he actually had a chance to connect with Beyoncé.
Jay-Z with Beyonce. You see these couples where it's like,
I had a chance to date Beyonce, early on, and we had a conversation, and I ended up talking to the other girl inside of, Destiny, the girl with the blue eyes. And I remember Beyonce looking over at me, and I think that's why she picked me to do that dance when she did the kind of striptease dance that we did at the BETs or whatever, to show me what I had lost. But I was attracted. There was a moment in which I felt something there. But,
with Beyonce.
Yeah, but that was long before she was with Jay-Z. That was very, very long ago.
I mean, they were big back then when they were coming up. They were very big when they were coming up.
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child, yeah.
That's what it was.
At that time, Beyoncé was already becoming a rising star. Destiny's Child was gaining massive popularity, and the group was quickly becoming one of the biggest acts in music. Howard explained that he felt a moment of attraction, but instead of pursuing Beyoncé, he ended up talking to another member of Destiny's Child. According to him, Beyoncé noticed, and later during a performance moment they shared, he felt as if she was showing him exactly what he had missed. It was a small moment, but one that clearly stayed in his memory. Today, looking back at the story, many people wonder how different things might have been if he had made a different decision. But for Howard, the reason he didn't pursue that relationship had nothing to do with opportunity. It had everything to do with personal beliefs.
A lot of girls. I dated a lot of them, but at the time, still I was battling between being a Jehovah's Witness or trying to study as a Jehovah's Witness. But there's a feeling of what is your prey. You know who has that interaction with you, and the girls are beautiful.
No fantasy of wanting to be a Hollywood couple, like what if her and I, you never thought about it that way?
Nah, that was never on the
Faith played an important role in the way Howard approached relationships. During that time in his life, he was deeply studying religious beliefs that emphasized discipline, commitment, and avoiding certain lifestyles. Hollywood, on the other hand, is often known for the exact opposite. The industry is filled with constant temptation, attention, and opportunities that can quickly turn into scandals. Many actors have seen their careers damaged because of complicated relationships. Howard understood that environment very clearly, and because of that, he tried to keep distance from situations that might create problems later. That meant turning down opportunities most people would never even consider refusing.
Yourself. As a guy that's in movies, you're famous, you're a celebrity, girls are throwing themselves at you. How do you protect yourself from not getting in trouble the way a lot of the other guys got in trouble?
Well, you don't crap where you eat at the same time. I knew that all of those things come back, and the people inside the business, how many of them were hooking up. I didn't want to get involved with that. I didn't want somebody touching.
Was a girl ever surprised when you said no to her?
Yeah, a few girls was like, one girl was like, don't you want to know what it's like to be inside of me? And I said, I'm already inside of you. We're already communicating, I'm already there with you. But it wasn't we didn't have that passion. The passion wasn't there. When I met my wife, the entire world came together, and, I understood eternity from meeting her. I didn't feel that with the other women.
Eventually, Howard says he met the woman who truly changed his life. Instead of temporary attraction or Hollywood relationships, he found something deeper. He describes her as the one for him. The difference was immediate. Instead of chasing excitement or fame, the relationship felt meaningful and lasting. That experience confirmed something he had believed for years. Real connection cannot be forced, and chasing attention or attraction rarely leads to lasting happiness. Sometimes the best relationships appear when people stop chasing the spotlight and start focusing on real connection.
So I had girls that I would hang out with. Everybody has when you're growing up, you got some. And today I sit back and I think that's somebody's mother now. That's somebody's grandmother now. And the stuff I was asking them to do. I mean, that's the regret. That's the regret. You just, but you deal with it.
Yeah, does it at all bother you when he talks about this stuff, or no? Not at all. I'm amazed by that. Okay. Today, they hit on him with you there. How do you react to it? How do you handle it?
I mean, I handle it with grace and a smile,
I'm
like
flattered.
the guys try and talk to her.
I mean, you have a beautiful wife, so it's not like, both of you guys are.
And we're not even married. We got divorced 12 years ago.
You told me last time,
Yeah.
but it's pretty much, but you guys are together.
This is my one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my one.
So it's not the main squeeze. It is the only squeeze.
It's the only squeeze.
Okay, that's good.
It's the only squeeze because we're starting to look like each other. She's actually become more me.
That is so funny.
You see couples,
Yeah.
you see people with their dogs.
Yeah.
That's
the
law of
dogs for
reflection.
sure. Yeah.
You look like the person that you are with. You behave like the person
Yeah.
you're with.
Yeah.
So she's changed me a lot. But, guys come up and try and flirt with her at other times, and she's so kind about it. She's like, wow, you're handsome, but not in this lifetime. Maybe the next one.
She'll say that.
Yeah, maybe the next one.
Not in this lifetime, maybe in the next one.
Yeah, and
Looking back now, the story sounds almost unbelievable. An actor in Hollywood had the chance to pursue a relationship with Beyoncé and chose to walk away. But according to Terrence Howard, that decision helped him stay true to his values and avoid the chaos that often comes with fame. Hollywood is full of stories about relationships that began with excitement but ended in controversy. His story is different. It's about discipline, personal beliefs, and understanding what truly matters in the long run. And while fans may imagine how different things might have been if he had chosen another path, Howard says he doesn't regret the decision. because sometimes the most important choices in life are the opportunities we decide not to take.